Official predictions for Backlash 2025 in St. Louis. So far as I'm aware, there have been 4 matches officially announced. But I do think there might be 2 more added. Maybe just 1, maybe none, but we'll see. We'll talk about them 2 first, considering they might not be on there. So a quick, basically, what's going on sort of thing. So, the first match I'm going to talk about is Jey Uso versus Logan Paul for the World Heavyweight Championship. Now, these matches, if they're not on there, I believe will be on the next Saturday Night's main event, which I believe is the 25th. Also, I'm recording this Monday the 5th of May, which means I'm recording it before the episode of Raw and SmackDown the week before Backlash. So maybe I think something will change. So, Jey Uso versus Logan Paul. Now, if Logan Paul wins it, that's basically just to annoy the entire wrestling internet community, whatever you call them. I don't even know anymore. But I'm going to go for Jey Uso. I don't think he should have a short reign, that short, if that makes sense. Okay, I understand the idea was to have like the massive pop, the big celebration at WrestleMania, the unexpected, which everyone expected. I understand all that. But I still think Jey Uso is going to keep his title all the way up until SummerSlam and lose to Seth Rollins. I had to adjust the camera then, it was annoying me. I think it's still wrong, but I don't care. So, if there is going to be a match between Jey Uso and Logan Paul at Backlash, I'm going to say Jey Uso is going to retain his World Heavyweight Championship. Now, there is a match on Friday Night SmackDown between Nia Jax and Jade Cargill for the number 1 contenders match for the Women's World title. That made no sense, but you understand what I'm trying to say. Now, this match more than likely will probably happen at Saturday Night's main event. I can see it being between Nia Jax and Tiffany Stratton, just so they can finally say Tiffany actually defeated Nia Jax in a one-on-one match. I understand she obviously beat her in a one-on-one match when she cashed in. To me, that doesn't count, and she pinned her in a tag team match at the Elimination Chamber. But if this match is going to happen, Tiffany Stratton is going to defeat Nia Jax. And even if it is Jade Cargill, I'm still going with Tiffany Stratton. Now let's go on to the actual matches that have been announced. First being Lyra Valkyria versus Becky Lynch for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Now originally I thought to myself, okay, this title is finally on the PLE and they're going to make Becky Lynch win. So obviously she can go into a feud with, like, say, Bayley. But to me, I don't see why Becky and Bayley need the Intercontinental Championship to have like a good feud. See, if Becky wins the Intercontinental Championship, it's Becky versus Bayley, I'm assuming, for the Intercontinental Championship. But then what happens to Lyra? But if Lyra wins, she's still the Intercontinental Champion, and Becky and Bayley can still have their feud. Maybe get like in the future. So I'm going to say Lyra Valkyria, I'm probably the only one that's probably maybe thinking this, is going to retain her Women's United States... No, she's not. Is going to retain her Women's Intercontinental Championship. Now, if there was one title to basically change hands, okay, I'm more likely going to say this one, which is pretty much a spoiler for the other predictions, so you can turn the video off now if you want to, but you'll see my logic in thinking these things. Up next is a singles match. Pat McAfee versus Gunther, the ring general. The ring general, however he says it, I don't know. Gunther's going to win this. Okay, the only way Gunther loses is if he gets disqualified by holding a sleeper on and not letting go. But I don't think that's going to happen, because that probably happened somewhere else. No spoiler. I'm not doing very good at these predictions, keeping you interested, am I? So, yeah. People think Goldberg will return. I don't see it. I don't. I could just see Pat McAfee basically getting like loads of moves in, get the upper hand, doing great, and then Gunther just destroying them. This more than likely will be a reason for Pat McAfee to be off TV for a while, for whatever reason. Maybe go back to do his other job. Well, that's my prediction. I think that Gunther is going to destroy Pat McAfee so he can take some time off TV. Then we've got the United States Championship match. Jacob Fatu, champion, versus LA Knight, versus Damian Priest, versus Drew McIntyre. Jacob's winning this. They're just basically doing this to show how much of a monster Jacob is and how good he is. That's literally it. Like, why would he defeat LA Knight and then lose to... LA Knight winning it back makes no sense. Drew McIntyre winning it makes no sense, and same as Damian. Like, why? Yeah, Jacob's winning this. See how good he is? Like, just destroys everyone. Like, no one there really likes each other to work together. Maybe LA Knight and Damian might a little bit, but that makes no difference because they still want the championship. So I can see Jacob basically just running through everyone, just hitting a moonsault to pin, let's say, maybe Damian Priest, just so they can start a feud there. So LA Knight can go off and do something different, which I don't think he will. But yeah, I'm going to say Jacob Fatu wins by pinning Damian Priest. That's probably wrong. Then we go on to the main event. John Cena versus Randy Orton for the 400th time. But this time, it's a face Randy Orton versus a heel John Cena. A lot of people seem to think that John Cena's going to go up and slap the referee. I don't see that. I'm more than likely see. I was thinking maybe John Cena gets himself disqualified, so obviously Randy wins the match but keeps the title. But it wouldn't surprise me if Randy gets himself disqualified because Cena's basically annoyed him. But either way, okay, I'm going to see John Cena walking out with the championship. Well, not physically walking out, you know what I mean? As the champion. I can see John Cena as the champion, but Randy Orton standing tall. Will he punt kick Cena? No. I don't think he will. Maybe if Travis Scott comes back, he can punt kick him. That'd be nice. Probably shouldn't have said that, but I did. But either way, John Cena retains his title. He's either going to win cleanly. John Cena wins clean and obviously keeps his title. Or it'll be through disqualification. That's how Randy wins. So I noticed 2 predictions there. So either Cena pins or submits Orton, or Randy or basically gets the win because of a disqualification. But then again, if Randy gets disqualified, then Cena will be winning. So yeah, I'm going to go for Cena winning clean. Just yeah. But this is different, you see, because Randy Orton could still win. Like, the idea of John Cena, okay, getting to 17, that's done. It doesn't matter how long it's for. It could have been for a night. He still won 17. Orton wins 15. That means Cena can go for 18 then. Yeah, and 16, 20. Oh, I don't even know. It would be 19s after 18. It's not even 20. I don't know. So, the 2 matches that are not announced, Jey Uso's winning and Tiffany Stratton's winning, keeping the titles. And then obviously the matches that are announced, Laura Valkyrie's keeping her title. Gunther's basically going to win unless he gets disqualified by holding the sleeper for too long. Jacob Fatu retains his title and John Cena retains his title. I don't see any titles changing hands. If it's going to be one, it'll be Becky Lynch winning the Intercontinental Championship. But I don't think that really needs it. Yeah, I understand obviously it brings more prestige because of who Becky Lynch is. And like have a nice heel, maybe get defended more times. But I've said Laura Valkyria now. But we'll see. I do think Becky winning it probably would make it a lot better. But it's not what I want or what I think. But it is what I think. Predictions are for. I thought we was going to get something along the lines of Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker, but it was too much of a short of a build. So maybe they'll be at the next pay-per-view, or PLE, sorry, on whatever that's going to be. But anyway, those are my predictions. Plain and simple, no boring long talks. I can't think of anything else to basically add to it. But I do think it's going to be a good PLE. I'm going to watch it. Anyway, let me know your predictions. Let me know if you think a different match is going to happen. Just let me know in general what you think is going to happen, what you think of my opinions. Anyway, please like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching.